Hello. Hey, I'm so honored that I see there's a message on here waiting for me to join. Thank you so much for being here for Tuesdays with Tara. And today we are talking about using ritual to remove barriers. So, when you think of the word ritual, I want you to kind of imagine how you would define that or what that is. A ritual is something that you do in repetition, and it's also often connotated with a spiritual in the spiritual realm. So it's a very special ritual to set your own personal altar at your home every day. It might not be something you do. It's something we often do in yoga studios. I actually have some things here. So I do set out my Ganesha. Ganesha is the remover of all obstacles. If you're familiar with Ganesha through Hinduism, and I also use this amazing crystal that brings in heart chakra energy and allows me to connect with what my heart is really yearning for, and gives me this opportunity to consciously, intentionally tune in and look at what is working for me and what might not be working in my life, my business, my relationships as a parent, in my friendships, whatever it is, what's working and what's not working at this time, right? Because what happens is that when you were born, you came into this world not knowing anything but who you really are. Like babies and kids are just themselves. But then we are taught over the course of time how we should act from our parents, from our teachers, from our society. And what happens is we get hurt. It hurts us that we acted in a certain way and someone told us, no, you're not supposed to do that. That someone came in our life and broke our hearts. It's a beauty that you've experienced love in some way. You can have your heart broken, certainly in romantic relationship, but also your heart can be broken, by your parents, by a dear friend, by a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a sister, a brother, etc. So what happens when there's heartbreak? There's a guard that goes up. There's a certain protective layer. Those are barriers that make you not want to open your heart as easily in the future. And the problem is we get so accustomed to them that the days, months, years go by, even the decades go by. And now there is this barrier around our heart. We can't open up for as much love. This is the same thing that happens in success and in business, that we have barriers when we disappoint ourselves. There might be a time in life that you anticipated that you would reach a certain goal, that you would have a certain achievement. Maybe you would be somewhere in your career or financially that you're not. And then what happens is you feel like you disappointed yourself or betrayed yourself or made a poor decision along the way, or maybe weren't even as good as you wanted to be. So what happens is you stop trusting yourself and stop thinking that you really are capable of achieving your goals or achieving your dreams, or that your dreams are possible. So what is that? That's, again, you create this barrier to even thinking that it's possible, even allowing yourself to dream, even allowing yourself to have these hopes that you had as a child, even when you came into this world. And it's like those hopes and dreams were there because they're actually meant to be achieved, and you're supposed to come up against challenge along the way because that's how you grow and evolve. So every time that you hit obstacles, it's actually a learning opportunity, right? Just like every time you fail, you have the opportunity to learn so much more and to grow. And if you haven't failed in a while, it means you're probably not working too hard at something new, or maybe you need to do something where you try hard enough that you risk some failure. Maybe you've heard, I've probably referred to her before, but Sarah Blakely is the first self-made female billionaire in the United States, and she made Spanx that are like underlayers for women that make us feel all nice and sucked in. So anyway, I was reading about Sarah Blakely, and one of what her father would tell her every night when she came home from school, when they'd sit around the dinner table, so I heard, is what did you fail at today? And he wanted to know that she failed at something every single day because that was the lesson, that she was trying hard and she was doing something different. And then she could actually feel good about having failures. What does that create, right? What does that create in your mind? It creates a mental and emotional environment where there is no longer a fear of failure, because you know that failure is something you're supposed to do every day. And I wonder if there's a correlation to this woman who's just about my age, just a little bit older than me, who became the first self-made female billionaire with a B in the United States, because she knew that she wanted to go out every day and fail at something. So she kept, there was no fear. Like, I'm just going to try, because what's the difference if I fail anyway, right? What if you had that same attitude towards your business, towards love, towards travel, towards your dream life, your biggest hopes, like, going for that person that your heart is really yearning for, going for that career, that job, that place to live, like anything that your heart is really yearning for, because you weren't going for what was safe. You were saying, it's okay if I fail. So how do you continue to remove those barriers through ritual? Ritual is something you repeatedly do every day with devotion. So is it for you to set a ritual every day in your life that you maybe, it might be, it's different for all of you, and it's not what it has to be. It's that you have to be connected and committed to some kind of practice, and that creates rituals that will if you consciously set them to remove these barriers that have made you more fearful or scared to really achieve the big results, to make the big leap. Great book by Gay Hendricks, by the way, The Big Leap. Like, then you will get to create some new result in your life. But it takes this connection and this dedication and commitment to create something new. So whether it is setting up your altar every day, or before you do a yoga practice or meditation, or even just having the ritual to do the yoga practice and bring in gratitude, bring in intention every day. What do you want to feel? In the morning, I ask myself, what do I want to feel today? I literally close my eyes and step into that feeling. It changes everything, because I might wake up truly like stressed out about what I have to do today, or like maybe just tired or not inspired or whatever it is, or maybe crabby in some way. And just taking those few minutes, sitting down and imagining, what do I want to feel today? And I might just, be in that space. And this is a true ritual for me where I connect with spirit. This is my way of allowing in universal energy to support me in co-creating the beautiful day I'm about to experience, because I do choose that every day is going to be beautiful. So in order to do that, I ask for spiritual support every day to support the clients that I work with, to support me in being my best self, to support me as a mother, and to give me the energy to create the most joyous, fulfilling, peaceful, and abundant life that I can at this point, until I continue to learn more and grow more and expand more. And it is about being here for expansion. So what are the habits that you create that you can bring in with dedication, devotion, and spiritual connection, and allow them to become a ritual? It's kind of a lost art, the lost art of having rituals. So you might think of what you do every year, at one of your holidays. At Christmas, is there rituals? And what can you do in your life? Is your meditation practice in a ritual form, or maybe you just light a candle? It could be as simple as lighting a candle, either in the morning or in the evening, and having that moment to set intentions, having that moment to choose how you feel, having that moment to name gratitude, taking that time to really be in prayer. And I think being in prayer, being in the space of setting intention, spiritual intention, or connecting with spirit, is all really combined. It's really a similar thing. So whether you are, in your words, connecting with God, connecting with spirit, setting prayer. So you would light the candle and you would choose to see what it is you want to create in your life, and imagine yourself feeling that now. Like, you can step into the feeling right now, and that is by law of attraction how you bring that in. because you will take different actions as a result. And you are now co-creating because you're allowing in help. You're allowing in universal support energy. And whether it is for you, again, angels, God, spirit, whatever it is, there has to be some intention or life starts to happen to us when you actually can co-create the life you want, when you have all of the energy of all the universe, right? How can you not be able to manifest and create what you actually want most in your life? So there's a quote by Rumi, amazing, beautiful love poet, says, "Do not seek to find love, seek to remove the barriers you have built within yourself that prevent love." Do not seek for love, seek to remove the barriers you have built within yourself that are now preventing or blocking love. So this is about creating your own personal rituals for intention to let go of barriers that you have built up over the course of time since you were probably born and you don't even realize you still have those barriers. If you are looking for some additional support to remove those barriers, or maybe you're not even looking because you don't even know the barriers are there, but you're open to that experience, I would tell you one of the coolest things we do. Oh, one of the coolest things we do. Hope you're still there. Okay. I had a phone call come in that like really kind of messes it up. One of the coolest things that we do is Manifest Live. If you go to Manifest with Tara, T-A-R-A, manifestwithtara.com, you can join right now, register for Manifest Live, which are half days. It's a 3-day event. It's my biggest event of the year. And we usually do it in January. We're doing it in December. So you are set up when 2023 starts to say, this is going to be my year. This is the year. So don't hesitate. Reserve that space now, because every time you hesitate, you teach yourself the same old lesson and habit that you can't trust yourself with the decisions you make. So, or that you're not worthy of putting in this time for yourself, or that you can't do it because you're busy with everything else. And if you really want to manifest the most amazing year possible, it takes putting in the time to do that. So that's why I suggest each day of your life, you create some kind of ritual, whether it's the lighting of a candle, the meditation, the setting up of an altar in your home. I use the Ganesha to help me, to inspire me to write and remove the barriers, remove the blocks. I use the power of the crystals, of the rose quartz, known to bring out heart chakra energy, to help me to rise to a higher vibrational frequency of love. So you want to be at a higher vibrational frequency, because that is when you can give and be your best self. And when whatever else like negativity happens around you, it literally like can't touch me. Like you want to be to where it can't touch you. Like things are happening all the time, but you're still at your higher vibration. You're still there to just give love and be in the space. So whatever happens, it's not that it's not hard sometimes, but it happens, and you know you're going to be okay because you're here with self and you are already loved and you are worthy and deserving of a beautiful life, and you get to give that to yourself. So if any of this speaks to you, again, I just want to offer you that opportunity. We're going to be in a small to medium-sized group, but it will be an interactive workshop where I will share with you every step of the way how to manifest your dream life and business and remove the barriers that you may have built up throughout life. And that is going to be the second weekend of December online. So you can do this from anywhere. So check out manifestwithtara.com and sign up today. And let me know. I see some people on here. It's great to see you. Do you have any questions? Do you have any thoughts? Is this like speaking to you in any way? Can you imagine where you've built up barriers, right? Like we guard ourselves from like, will people laugh at us? Will people like judge me that I'm online and not agree with what I say being on social media? Some people probably will. And there's going to be at least, I hope and pray, there's at least one person out there that this has positive influence on. It says, I'm going to choose how I want to feel today. I'm going to choose to not let that barrier continue to get in my way. And if I'm choosing how I feel, it might be happiness. It might be just with gratitude. It might be with to act with love. And then you go and treat other people around you a different way, whether it's your spouse, your friends, the guy you bump into on the street or at the grocery store, or your kids or grandchildren. And then they're in turn kinder to someone else because you've shared a smile, you've shared some love. And that's what this intentional living is all about. And recognizing there are lessons and signs around us every day if we choose to tune in. So recognize, what are you tuning into? What are you creating in your life based on your thoughts? And if you can get to that evolved state of managing the mind, imagine then what different reality you can create. I heard another quote just this morning, and I cannot think of the author of this quote. I'm sorry for that, but it was something like, the more I chose to love my life, the more life loved me back. The more I decided to, the more I decided to love my life, the more there was to love in life. So I will kind of leave you with that, to make that decision today, to see what you already have in your life right now, not of yesterday, not of your hopes or dreams for tomorrow, but right now, what you have that you can love in your life. And if you are so bold, please share it in the comments. Share one thing you love about your life. And then I'll know you kind of hung with me on this live for the long haul. And I do hope that I see you at our upcoming event in December, manifestwithtara.live. And if you have any questions on it, just send me a private message on one of these social media outlets. And maybe you're curious if it's for you or not, or anything like that. Like, no problem. I want to be here for you. I'm very personal with everyone there. It's not like, hundreds of people where we don't get to connect. We actually do get to connect in a really personal way. So that's my opportunity to give to more people. So if I don't see any other comments coming on, I just want to say, have a really beautiful day. Thanks for joining Tuesdays with Tara. Set your rituals in place to remove the barriers that you may have built that could prevent you from living with the most love, the most joy, the most abundance, prosperity, and fulfillment, because you deserve all of it. So namaste and amen to that. Lots of love to you. Have a really awesome rest of your week, and please be in touch anytime.